Okay. So this is just a very colorful test pattern that I did to explore something that has to do with SteamVR backgrounds. So the normal projection is this spherical projection that looks to be at infinity. I have this environment that's from Valve that just projects a circular pattern out to infinity, and it's transparent. So one of the options inside this is to use dome projection. That actually makes half of the texture the floor, which is pretty neat and something I've used, because it's if you want to have like the least amount of things in the back, or not in the background, but as the fallback environment, it's kind of neat to actually have a floor instead of floating in space. Also works, of course, to have just a purely black ground, but this had me wonder, how would you take a 360 photo and have the ground project properly onto this dome floor? So I of course this picture just has all the lines. I think I can't even remember now. I think it's like 10 degrees per row, and that of course doesn't line up with these lines. Are at 1 meter per line as far as I've measured, and it doesn't match. So recently I got to create 360 projections in Unity. So this is a test image where the camera is 1 meter above the surface, and every section here is half a meter, and it's clearly not projecting, or the texture mapping is not for a camera at 1 meter, because this half meter is now 2.5 meters. So let's switch to 5 meter camera height, and it looks better. Not perfect though. Is this the right one? It looks too good. Yeah. This looks like the 10 meter one. Am I going insane? No, I think those are the same picture. Oh no, this is... Oh, those rings are actually even closer together. Oh, I'm completely messing this up. Oh yeah, so the 5 meter one is supposed to look like this, but it's actually twice as big as it normally would be, or should be. This would of course be more evident with normal non-abstract visuals. So it almost lines up anyway, like, but it's in reality smaller. So if you go up to 10 meters, it's basically the same, just that it doesn't line up perfectly. So I just did a small adjustment to 9.9 meters of the camera in Unity, and now you can see the line from the environment is lining up with the projected texture on the dome. Even out on 2 meters, it looks fairly good. The black line is ending inside the texture blur when it interpolates between solid and transparent. So I'm going for 9.9 meters anyway. So if you wanted to take a 360 photo and have the ground project to scale, you would have to place the camera at 9.9 meters. That's 30 feet almost, I think, and obviously that won't happen. So that's why getting a Mavic that can take 360 photos in the air makes sense, if this even is a worthwhile thing to pursue. I checked that the Mavic 2 can at least take the resolution that SteamVR takes, which is 8 by 4K or 8192 by 4096, which is exactly what this has been rendered out to. And you can see the kind of fidelity we get at that resolution. It's plenty for standing up. Of course, if you crouch down, you can kind of see the blurry pixels, especially like where you have straight lines, because you get all these kind of jaggy artifacts, because it's actually this is all the bottom edge of the image all going into one point. That's how the 360 backgrounds are stored. I think it's called an equirectangular projection. Or equilinear. I think equirectangular wouldn't have curves in it. Maybe equilinear. Anyway, one of those, I think. So yeah, I'll provide a link to this environment. I won't share the faulty ones because they don't really provide much useful information. But I'll provide a link to this very simple test background, and it should map properly to the ground. These squares should be 1 by 1 meters. Lines up with my carpet that is 2 by 2, so it feels like it's working. And obviously the environment has this outer, the first radius is at 1 meter, so it appears to map correctly. Yeah, that's this weekend's short stupid experiment. Okay. Bye bye.